Sastra also says, Nirvana is no different from samsara, samsara is no different from nirvana. The limit of nirvana and the limit of samsara are the same limit, for there is no difference. Having found this true nature, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva is not disgusted with samsara and not pleased with nirvana. The 37 auxiliaries are the ground of true knowledge. Second part, the auxiliaries according to the Abhidharma. I. Number of auxiliaries. Question. Since the 4 foundations of mindfulness suffice to obtain the path, why talk about 37 auxiliaries? Would it be for the sake of abridgment that you speak of the 4 foundations of mindfulness and for the sake of expansion, that you speak of the 37 auxiliaries? Then that is not correct, because, if one wants to expand, there would be innumerable auxiliaries. Answer. 1. Although the 4 foundations of mindfulness are sufficient to attain the path, the 4 right efforts and the other auxiliary dharmas must also be preached. Why? Among beings, minds are multiple and varied. Their fetters and the things that they love and those to which they are unattached also are multiple. Although it is a single truth and is of a single nature, the buddhadharma is expressed in distinct explanations. 12 classes of texts and 84,000 dharmas. If it were otherwise, after having preached the 4 noble truths in the course of their first sermon, the Buddhas should stop and should preach nothing more. Because there are beings who detest suffering and love happiness, the Buddhas preach the 4 truths. 1. Physical and mental dharmas, etc., are all suffering and have no happiness. 2. The causes and conditions of this suffering are craving and the other passions. 3. The cessation of this suffering is called nirvana. 4. The way to reach nirvana is the path. There are beings who, as a result of worries, distractions, and misunderstanding, cling to the body, feelings, the mind, and things and lead a bad life. For these people the Buddhas preach the 4 foundations of mindfulness. It is the same for the other auxiliary dharmas of the path. Each of them is preached to a certain type of being. It is like a master physician who cannot cure all sickness with a single drug. Sicknesses are dissimilar and the remedy to be applied is not single. In the same way, the Buddha adapts himself to the various types of mental illnesses from which beings suffer and cures them with different remedies. Sometimes the Buddha saves beings by preaching only one thing. Thus the Buddha said to a bhikkhu, "This is not yours, do not grasp it." The bhikkhu said, "I know it already, O Bhagavath." The Bhagavath replied, "What do you know?" The bhikkhu answered, "Dharmas are not mine. They should not be grasped." Sometimes the Buddha saves beings by means of 2 things, concentration and wisdom. Sometimes, by 3 things, morality, concentration, and wisdom. Sometimes by 4 things, the 4 foundations of mindfulness. Thus, although the 4 foundations of mindfulness are enough to attain the path, there are other dharmas that differ in practice, concepts, quantity, and point of view. This is why the 4 right efforts and the other auxiliary dharmas must also be preached. 2. Furthermore, the Bodhisattva Mahasattvas have a power of faith so great that they save all beings, and so the Buddha preaches the 37 auxiliaries to them simultaneously. And although he preaches other dharmas favorable to the path, such as the 10 concepts, etc., all are included in the 37 auxiliaries. These 37 are a collection of all the remedies that can cure all the illnesses of beings. This is why it is not necessary to multiply the auxiliaries to the path infinitely. Similarly, although the Buddha possesses innumerable powers, we speak only of 10 powers, for they are enough to save beings. 2. The elements constituting the 37 auxiliaries. These 37 auxiliaries have 10 things as roots. What are these 10? 1. Faith, 2. Morality, 3. Thought, 4. Exertion, 5. Mindfulness, 6. Concentration, 7. Wisdom, 8. Relaxation, 9. Joy, 10. Equanimity. 1. Faith constitutes a. The faculty of faith. b. The power of faith. 2. Morality constitutes a. Right speech. b. Right action. c. Right livelihood. 3. Thought constitutes right thinking. 4. Exertion constitutes a. The 4 right efforts. b. The faculty of exertion. c. The power of exertion. d. The factor of enlightenment called exertion. e. The factor of the path called right effort. 5. Mindfulness constitutes a. The faculty of mindfulness. b. The power of mindfulness. c. The factor of enlightenment called mindfulness. d. The factor of the path called right mindfulness. 6. Concentration constitutes a. The 4 foundations of magical power. b. The faculty of concentration. c. The power of concentration. d. The factor of enlightenment called concentration. e. The factor of the path called right concentration. 7. Wisdom constitutes a. The 4 foundations of mindfulness. b. The faculty of wisdom. c. The power of wisdom. d. The factor of enlightenment called discernment of dharmas. e. The factor of the path called right view. 8. Relaxation constitutes the factor of enlightenment called relaxation. 9. Joy constitutes the factor of enlightenment called joy. 10. Equanimity constitutes the factor of enlightenment called equanimity. 3. The 7 classes of auxiliaries. 1. The dharmas where mindfulness is focused on the objects of knowledge are called foundations of mindfulness. 2. Those that destroy bad dharmas and move in the right path are called right effort. 3. When the concentrated mind stops worrying about things, there is foundations of magical power. 4. When a mind of dull knowledge is acquired, there is faculties.